Hello everyone and welcome to another set dissects. I'm pretty excited about this one. Today we're going to be watching on popular demand Team Spirit Yatoro playing Faceless Void. Bear in mind we're 2 weeks away from TI. Spirit is in peak form. They're looking to win it a third time. Hopefully they don't, for my sake, even though I'm a Spirit fan. Anyways, he's playing Faceless Void. He's mastered on the hero. He's one of the best players in the world at it, and he just came up with a whole new build that is invading all the immortal high MMR pubs, and we're gonna break it down together, understand why it's good, how does it make it work, basically everything you need to know about it. So let's jump back into it. Mr. Yatoro playing the Faceless Void. We can just start quickly. The facet Chronosphere, pretty normal when you play Faceless Void carry. You're planning on getting really fat, so whatever you chrono you'll be able to kill at some point. He's laning with Bane, which is basically just a hero that's gonna help him secure the farm. There's not a lot of synergy between these two heroes on the lane, whatever. And in this game he's going to be laning versus Magnus Tuskar, so it's a pretty good lane for Faceless Void because they have very little kill potential. Starting item build also quickly. Stats, Magic Stick. Why is Magic Stick good on Void? It's good because Void is a hero that at some point you want to get to the moment where they cannot kick you from the lane anymore on Void. The best way to do so is to have lots of levels, spells like skill points in Time Walk, of course, and Magic Stick charged up to make sure that they can't burst you. You get the stick off and you use your Q. That's why starting with this is pretty good, because you're playing the, you're playing kind of the minute 4, minute 5 being really hard to kill. Anyways. First blood on Bane. Doesn't get it. Skills Time Walk level 1. I think you almost always, I want to say 100% of the time, skill Time Walk level 1. It's just really good to be able to lane, go for last hits. They're gonna harass you when you last hit, and then you just, remove the damage by time walking. So Faceless Void is a hero that has a lot of damage. You can see 64 damage level 1, it's a lot. So you just want to play off that. He has a pretty good attack animation too. So you just focus on the last hits. As you can see here, enemies are harassing him. He doesn't care. Boom. Just time walks the damage. You have to be careful when it's on cooldown, of course, but this is how you play this hero. He ended up actually laning with Willow, but I think it doesn't matter who lanes with Void. Void just needs a range hero that will fight back the enemies while he's trying to get the last hits. Once you get levels on this hero, you can start being aggressive, but right now this hero is like a bot. Tusk is completely out of position. Very nice Bramble. Yatoro goes for the last hits. Very nice time walk. So you see how he time walks, like, let's watch it. You see how he time walks like ahead of his enemy. It's max range time walk. It's really cool because it's gonna allow him to body block him a little bit. That's how you do it with Void. You see here, like, this is really cool by him. You always want to do that because it's gonna force the Tusk to, you see, like the Tusk is kind of stuck. Like, amazing play by Yatoro. And once you have time lock, it allows you to get extra hits in, so it's even better. For that, he's a master tier Void player, so he knows exactly the range of it, and he's putting it to great use. And as you can see, he has a Dominator queued up on Void, which is very, very new. New tech, new build. I think it's amazing, and I'm gonna explain why once he gets it. Plays the lane, now he went for bash. It makes his trading even better. He overtrade them. Like, this is what trading is fine, but now he's getting way too low, and he understands that, Amar is smartly saving a skill point. They're saving skewer, and he dies for it. So pretty costly mistake. Definitely not needed to die there. He's not buying anything, so it hints that he might go for the Dom right away. Let's see what he buys. 975. Yep, he buys it instantly. So it looks like he's going to rush Dom, as you can see. Like, the Helm is coming to him. So that's gonna make him even more tanky on the lane. He already has 7 Magic Stick charges, as we talked about, and now he's gonna get the HP regen and the armor from the Helm, which is gonna make it so hard for these heroes to kick him out of the lane. And when you think about it, the armor is amazing because Tusk Mag, like tag team, and Mag is maxing in power, so they rely a lot on physical damage. 1-1-1 skill build, very nice. Probably the best skill build I would say on Void in most of the time. 1 point in time dilation is insane value. If you just read the spell, level 1 is 8-second duration. 8 seconds. So you get... And level 4 is 11 seconds. So you get like roughly 75% of the value from one skill point, right? And the same goes with the cooldown. It starts at 7%, ends at 10. And the slow starts at 30, ends at 60. So you see how like one level of time dilation is crazy value. And it's also a spell that is just amazing. Putting enemies like spells on cooldown and slowing them for it. So I think you always want to get one, like don't skip it entirely. Never. Always gets one skill point. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. This phase of the game I think will be a little bit boring to watch. He's just laning, getting last hits, trying to farm his Dom. The one thing that might be interesting is to try to understand, we're gonna put last hits here too, to try to understand whether or not he will max Q or max E, because these are the two routes you see on Faceless Void players. Basically, max Q is when you're really hard to kill. I think in this game, max Q is crazy. Like, they will never be able to kill him. But we'll have to see what he does.
Dire's structures are fortified.
He's just farming. He bought the crown, so he's rushing the Dom. Doing well with last hit. It's a wash. The lanes with Void they usually look like that. Especially if you're gonna go this build. The only way to be aggressive with Void is to max passive and go for treads early. You know, and then you go for kills and you slow them, and maybe you can even buy like Orb of Frost. But in this case, he's maxing his first spell and going Dom, so he has no movement speed. He's just a laning bot, basically. He's very tanky though, you can already see it. Let's get to the Dom part, because that's what we're interested about. Third point is Q. In Q, as expected, the Dom is coming. Okay. Why is Dom an amazing item on Void, and why is this like absolutely genius? So let's think about it a little bit. Let's just theorycraft. So what this Void does right now is that he is unkillable and he will just stay in this lane forever. But he doesn't really pressure, as we said. He max Q, so he's hard to kill, but he doesn't kill either, and he doesn't push tower either. With Dom, everything will change. Now he's gonna have a creep that, first of all, will allow him to clear camps faster, because one of the weaknesses of Void is that he farms really slow. But with the help of a creep, he's going to push the camps, like he's going to push the wave faster. He's going to farm the neutral camps faster. He might even be able to take your tower faster. And there's nothing you can do about it because, as we said, he is extremely tanky. On top of that, Dom now works in a way where you get the gold from dominating the creep. So it is also a farming mechanism. It guarantees the caster the gold and the experience bounty of the dominated creep. So it's like some sort of like budget Midas, if you will. So basically, what would his alternatives be? We've seen how the Helm was super helpful in the laning phase. Now the Magnus literally cannot enter the lane at all because he's just getting zoned by Void's creep. He cannot fight for camps either because Void has the help of a creep. He can convert the creeps that Magnus is trying to farm. From being like an absolute bot hero that cannot do anything, he's now a tower pusher. He's applying insane pressure on his side of the map. He's farming faster. He can stack camps for himself if he wants to. And he's also like accelerating his own farm mechanism while pressuring, basically. That's why it's absolute genius. And we'll see how he puts it to use. Dom's a creep. So this is typically a creep that helps you farm much faster. We'll see what he does with it. Because Void is like so slow at pushing waves, right? But look at this. Now he's clicking the Satyr's nuke. The wave is pushed really fast. You can see, as we talked about, he's now already farming really fast. All these creeps, look at this. Like, what other item would allow Void to do this? If he had treads, for instance, treads and javelin, or he was going for maelstrom, he would actually be losing a lot of HP, and he would have to buy HP regen. Now, in this case, he doesn't have to do this because he gets the HP regen from the Dominator, and he also has his creep that can tank for him if he wants to. And as you see, like, nobody's in his lane. Like, Magnus is like, I don't want to go bottom. Like, fuck this Dominator Void. I can't enter this lane. He's pushing the wave now. Can he farm ancients already? Yeah. Even ancient creeps, he farms them. That is amazing. And the little extra, which most people think that's why they buy Dom. Like, that's why Yatoro buys Dom, but it's really not about that. But it is kind of cool. Like, the creep also is active during Chronosphere, just like your main hero. So that, it is cool. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely not why you buy it. Why you buy it is what I'm showing here. In this case, for instance, this is a creep that applies a slow, so it's even better. You know, 25% movement slow is like some sort of like half a Skadi already to help the Void pressure. Siege creep is up, dominates the creep, pushes the wave, and pressures the tower. Like a normal Void would never be able to do that. Look at the farm speed, how crazy it is. And this is one of the creeps that actually matters for the Chronosphere because it buffs Void damage by a lot. Like, as you can see right now, he gets, you know, +9 attack damage, and he's gonna get +18 soon with the troll. So this is something that actually matters. And you can see how he hasn't left this area. Like, he is the king of this area. Like, he's been farming the ancient camp. He's been farming these camps non-stop. He's 84 CS on Faceless Void, which is not easy to achieve, having that much CS on Void. And he's pressuring the enemy tower by himself. So this is like always an area that his team can connect to. You see the Willow is looking, because he's creating this pressure. And it helps Team Spirit to like find plays. Magnus is pinging. Like, guys, can we do something about this Void? And the beauty of it is that in this game, he has a Dawnbreaker to help him. So not only do you need to deal with this Void, but you need to make sure that you kill him through the Dawnbreaker ulti that Collapse has ready. So it's even more of a headache for Team Falcons. Let's put his... It's nicer to see from his perspective what he sees. You see how like dark the map is for him? He doesn't see anything, but he doesn't care. He has Dawn ulti, he's super tanky already, and he's taking your tower. So annoying. So smart to think of this build on Void. This is actually like a beautiful build. And now he's going back to the scaling build, like Mjolnir, farm speed, a lot of damage in Chronosphere, into BKB. That's pretty standard. And it would be interesting to look at the stats on like, when do you get the Mjolnir and when you rush it versus when you have Dom. I don't think it must not be that different. Because this Dom is really accelerating his farm speed like crazy. Because it's also allowing him to farm lane creeps more, which are more value and more gold. Top 1 farmer in the game. And it's gonna keep getting better now that he has the Maelstrom. Connects to mid, that's also something you can do. So why is he connecting to mid now? It's because it's 15 minutes. Every 5 minutes is the siege creep, the Kata wave. Yeah, so he just wants to come with his Dom creep, and the Dom creep will tank the tower hits, and the siege creep will take the tower. So very nice timing to rotate.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's not using his chrono because he knows that he's not going to die. Something scares them, so they're backing off. I think, okay, they know Magnus has a blink, so they're chilling. But it was a good timing. Like, had they killed the Quab, for instance, if it worked out better, then they would have taken the tower. Focusing on farming the Mjolnir. So I see a lot of Voids, by the way. I see a lot of Voids, not max time dilation, take stats, not max chrono. Look at Yatoro. Watch and learn. Of course, you max these spells, guys. Like 10-second cooldowns on chrono, it can make a huge difference in pro and in good games in general. Like 0.5 second of duration also is a big difference. It's much better than +2 stats, +2 attributes. Same goes for time dilation. This spell is a absolutely broken spell. That this spell is the only reason for why some support players like Zinq or, you know, like great players or Saxa are playing Void +4. It's only for the time dilation value. So even if you're playing carry, consider maxing it. You will enjoy the benefits. If you max it and you're not going to use it, then it's bad. But when you see a fight and it makes sense for you to connect to the fight, like it's not hurting your game, connect, understand the strength of your spell. Yes, you're playing a carry hero. Yes, you're playing a hero that will shine in the late game, but it doesn't mean you have no tools in the early game. If you were anti-mage, I would not speak like that, but you're Void, you have time dilation. It's actually also one of the strongest early game spells in the game, and you want to put it to use. That's why you see Yatoro being like so aggressive on the map. He has chrono, he has time dilation. Like, he has no reason to be farming this camp here. Look at him, he's in their face. And he has no vision, right? Like, he doesn't see anything. Everything is black. But he realizes that I'm actually almost unkillable. One of the beauty of the Dom that we haven't spoken about is that you can scout for yourself also. Like, you send a creep ahead of you, and obviously if enemies are smoked, then it doesn't help. But if they're not, then you get information for yourself. Oh, okay, they're gathering here, or they farm this camp. Chrono used to kill the Tusk. Very nice. So this is like gonna be 18 minutes Dom Mjolnir. And I don't think you get the Mjolnir much earlier if you rush it. I really don't think so. The cooldown on this is so crazy, honestly. Like 45-second cooldown is almost nothing. Like, let's think about it together. Like, if you... Midas is... base restore time 110. So... And Midas gives you 160 gold. I think a creep is going to give you around 60. Okay? So you get 2.5 DOMs for 1 Midas. When you think about it, I think this is legit almost the same as Midas. The XP is not there, but in terms of gold, you probably get as much as you get with Midas. And I would say maybe even more. Because if you factor in the fact that you're playing in the lane more, you're farming camps faster, you're farming waves faster, you don't get the experience that you get from Midas, but you definitely get the gold and maybe more. Yeah. They're too far ahead because even Faceless Void that usually should not be winning his lane won his lane. So now he has the time dilation is applied on everyone. He has the look at this, like look at the bat. Bat has no spells. Like this is so stupid. Like Tusk have no spells. They will never come back. Abaddon, he can shield himself, but even then, even Abaddon is just waiting for his goddamn shield to come back. And it's not coming back. That is the strength of Dilation because he's maxing it. They can't play. Look at this guy. Okay, I'm gonna show you full speed the Tusk, how stupid this is. I click my spells. I'm dilated. Look at this. Look at this. It's literally gonna take 2 minutes, like a minute and a half, for the Tusk spells to come back off cooldown. So, and they, of course, they have Abba, which is good, but it's like one hero that can get this build. The others are just, yeah, just watching. And Faceless Void has big HP regen problems, so this is super nice that he has like plus 13 HP regen. Like it feels great that he doesn't have to go back to base. Look at him; he's just healing back up. Can even take Tormentor. Didn't think of that. With the troll creep. Super nice, actually. That would never be possible without this build. I mean, they're just gonna look to end now. He's just farming, making sure he's getting the BKB at a good timing. Because again, as I said, like Faceless Void is a late game hero. Of course, like yes, he's stomping the early game. Yes, he has like massive impact. And more than what you would expect from another Faceless Void. Like if you look at his skill participation, like he's as active as a Storm Spirit, basically. And he's the top 1 net worth. Like we're still stuck on last sets, but if you look at net worth, I'm pretty sure he's up there. Yes, he's top 1 net worth. So, and yes, of course, you know, he's finding the right balance between like being aggressive, but also getting the Mjolnir, getting the BKB. Like these are great timings on his items because yes, it's Yatoro after all, you know, like so he knows about how important it is to scale and how important it is to, you know, hit your late gate timings. So he has a notion of what's happening. Like they see the map, right? Like Ru just died and he's taking contact for his team. I love that. He has BKB and he has Bane behind him that can sleep him. So this is what Yatoro does here. He's going in first, as he should. Like Faceless Void, again, like this is a hero that if you know you're not gonna die, and in this game I don't think they have the damage to kill him. The Sonic Wave is on cooldown. And again, he has Bane that can sleep him. Bane is in position, like you can see it with Tumbler's Toy, Sleep, Solar Crest. So he's taking contact, which makes he's making sure that his Bane is not gonna get killed first, and he's gonna give his Storm a pretty good jump. Yeah. Now they instantly go on the Bane when they see him. Understandable. He's turning with them, playing with Q. Wow. What a chrono. Let's watch his perspective actually. Hits the Abaddon, tries to proc his ulti, looks at his Bane. He's so obsessed. This is what I love about Yatoro, guys. Like, he is so good at team fighting because he is not a selfish player. You might think he's selfish, but he's not. He understands the importance of his ally heroes. And that is, to me, the strength of the best carries. Like, they're just good Dota players. They're not only good carries. So he sees that they're going on his Bane and he wants to save his Bane. Boom. Perfect Chronosphere. 4 heroes. At this point, this is incredible damage. Perfect chain stun by Team Spirit. Dawn ulti on top of it. They're so done. They are, and he's pushing mid with the Dom creep at the same time. This guy is doing everything. Oh my god.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This looks extremely strong, and I think this will be used. This for sure will be used. We're gonna see some Dom faces Void at TI, 100%. So much pressure by this hero that, and again, like this hero becomes a problem in the late game. Like it's gonna get worse, like way worse for Falcons. This is just the beginning, especially in the hands of Yatoro.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going Skadi next makes a lot of sense. He's playing versus Abba. The heal reduction, super good. Skadi is a great hero for Void. Make sure that you keep, you're locked on your targets. They can't run away from you, and also makes you very tanky. And whatever makes you hard to kill works on Void, We didn't talk about the talents actually, but we can talk a little bit about it. And you see how much he values time dilation, guys. He took the time dilation talent on level 15, which is very unusual. Most carry players would go for 35 time lock damage. But I've told you, Yatoro understands Dota to the, like, he's not a carry bot. Like, he understands that, oh, in this game, time dilation helps my team so much. I cannot skip it, If he helps his team, he's helping himself. Because if his team is winning fights, it's much better than him having 35 extra damage on his bash. Nobody cares. So if you're a Yatoro fan and you think, oh, I gotta go, egoisto mode, late game, 1v9. Nope, that's not how Yatoro plays. You think he plays like that, but when you look closely, and that's what we're doing today, you realize he doesn't. He's applying pressure. He is building for team fight also because it has impact. If he didn't, of course, he would have went something different. He's adapting. He's smart. His team is winning the fight without him. At this point, they're so far ahead. 13k net worth. Falcons have nothing, so it doesn't even matter. He got cancelled by snaking. Payback. Falcons can't do anything, honestly. Like, the game is beyond over. Looks like they're gonna go for one last fight, or... Okay, one last fight. Let's see what happens in this fight. They're going all in on the Storm, I guess. Oh, they went all in. They're not even kidding him with Dawn. Void comes in. Ah, they're done. They're gonna call it. GG. 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 Okay, so that is it for Yatoro Faces Void buying Helm of Dom. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna see much more of this in the future, so try it yourself. It's an amazing build, and if you play against it, well, good luck. Maybe one day I'll share how to beat it, but for now, I keep that for myself. Have a great one.